Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, solo leveling Arise. So today, I don't know, I want to make those global guides, right? So I will make now two tier lists back to back. This first one now that I'm recording, although I'm not sure will I upload this one first, I'm not yet sure. And then the second one will be related to like end game, silver main back. So you can expect that as well, but you probably maybe even watch that before this one. On today's video, I want to make a global reroll tier list. I really encourage you that you watch whole video, because I will explain a lot of things that you need to hear. And seeing just the rankings, it's not enough. So definitely I encourage you this time to actually like really watch while I make this tier list, because I will do a lot of tips as well. Okay, leave a like, subscribe, you know the drill, road to 50k, so let's get it. Anyways, I prepared here, again, shout out to Solo Leveling database. I will put it in description below, and you can check it out. You have here a lot of things, by the way, so, for example, I will cooperate and help out with the guides and everything else for this database, because I really like the effort and everything else. So I will put it in the description below, so just check it out on yourself, you know the drill. But because of that, I was able to create like easy tier lists. Anyways, first I will start with the hunters, and then related to the weapons, I will leave it as it is, like this. This is pretty much the so-called endgame weapon tier list. But I will mention certain things, okay? I will mention certain things because for the weapons, it's a little bit specific. So I believe it's better to actually show you like the endgame result of these weapons. Plus then we're gonna discuss it. But here is the idea how I want to make this tier list related to the hunter reroll. In my opinion, this really depends on your patience. This really depends how much time you have. This really depends, do you like rerolling, and it really depends how much you want to suffer. In my case, I hate rerolling. I know this is like 1 minute reroll at the end of the day. You will do the tutorial gameplay, it will be 20 minutes, and then later on you're gonna be able to super easy reroll in like 1 minute, especially on the phone. There is a new strategy related to the PC that will be much easier, so I'll make that guide before the actual launch. Okay, and I will talk about all of these variations, so that's why it's super important that you actually watch it. I won't go now in full-on detail explaining you what characters do. I will be like, just so you know the basics. And then the next tier list, we're gonna go in much more detail the next video. Okay, so let me start with this. Reroll 4. During the early access, we had a radar banner Choi that now we don't have, and now we have Silver Main back. We already talked about, we are like really sure, based on the data mines, that the global banner will be Tsa or Alicia. Silver Main, he won't be. Choi, he won't be. We will have those so-called reruns, although on global launch you will have like a real Choi banner and a real Silver Main banner, but just later on than early access. It's a little bit different order. But here, there'll be Tsa or Alicia. And this is the radar banner where you use special limited tickets. Whether it will be Alicia or Tsa, reroll for that. Okay. Those characters will be a must-have characters, mainly because of what they're capable of. For example, Tsa and the element. The element is crucial as well there. So Tsa most likely will be anti-heal character. She will be able to like stop the healing, which is super busted, trust me, especially grinding the artifact against the spider, for example. And many light, if I'm not, many light enemies have that heal, so she'll be stopping that. Plus insane DPS, she'll be insane DPS, I can guarantee you. It is Tsa. With the kit, what we know for now, subject to change, that critical rate up, that attack buff, and probably buffing even all characters you're using, so she will be a meta, especially because she's a light typing. In early access right now we're struggling. because we don't have a real light DPS, and she will be the one. Alicia, on the other hand, I didn't cut her, sorry. That's why I said please watch. Tsa here represents both of those characters because she would be also here, reroll 4. Alicia will be a water damage dealer, also what we need against Cerebris. Although we have her as well, not too shabby, but she will be on another level. Plus, not only for Cerebris, Alicia will be one of the craziest characters in the game, subject to change, again, based on current data mines, but they might nerf it, but they won't nerf it a lot. Okay, the base of the character, what she's capable of, with the interrupting, I believe it's called freeze, and then you have frost stacks where she can apply trigger attack. This is something that's beautiful. And as well, she'll be giving a super armor or armor to, I'm not sure is it armor or super armor, but she will give you that survivability and also will be removing all the debuffs. That's pretty busted. So Tsa and Alicia, for me, are the ones that you need to reroll for. Until you actually have them, your reroll wasn't a success. That's why I said it really depends on your time. Do you like rerolling, how much you want to suffer, and everything else. Now, in this second category, are those suffering categories, let me call it like this, top tier characters that you can reroll for as well. But it will be tough. It will be tough to get a reroll where you pull Tsa or Alicia, what you need to have, plus then on that other banner, selection banner, you manage to pull more SSR. So you will have to play a gamble here, how much you want to suffer, what is enough for you. So that's why I believe this is a good presentation. For the characters, they're a must. And then for those other characters, that would be so great that you get them as well for the reroll. On the selection banner. Here goes Emma, insane DPS, but also has the kit of tank with her passive. It really depends, do you have emission or absorption? I won't go now in full on detail, but yes, she's mainly DPS, but still can help you out as a tank. Survivability is there, one of the craziest characters in the game. If you could with Tsa or Alicia get her as well, that would be broken. Then we have her, I still don't have her, is it Seo? I'm always afraid, will I pronounce the name? Yeah, Seo. I don't have her, but I know for a fact she's broken. I really should put her in the raid up list now, but I didn't summon for a while. Just that previous summons where I wanted to get Emma and more weapons. Just I want to max out Emma. But yeah, Seo is also one of the craziest characters that you would like to have. She's water damage dealer. She will be one of those crazy characters that you will definitely need for Cerebris, which is, trust me, super important fight so you get the right artifacts. Light break, heavy attack, yeah, super armor, shield, plus the DPS. So she will give you that survivability and DPS. I won't go into detail because I still didn't use her. I could read this and then philosophize about this, but I know for a fact, trust me, she's there, okay? As you can see here, probably not on launch, global launch, Silvermane and Choi. If somehow Choi gets on a global launch as well, then he'll go reroll 4, okay? And then Silvermane would be like, depending, are you free to play or pay to win, but he won't be there. Okay, so we won't even go for that, into that for now. Okay. I'm just like thinking a few things. What else? Lim, 100%. He could, like, for the dark element, if you get him, you're fine, bro. You don't need, like, this guy has the craziest ultimate in the game with the crazy damage dealing. Like, if you can get him as well with Tsa or Alicia, you're good. He is top tier. Kim as well. Min, the best support in the game, helps you out with the critical rate up, if I'm not mistaken, and attack plus the heal. Absurdly broken character. When you know how to use him, absurdly broken character. So this is, I believe, the top 4 characters that would be the best that you get with or Alicia. Beck, normal Beck would be here if is not a character, if it's Alicia, okay? Because then you need that light DPS, and he can provide that. He's not like mainly, he will provide the best DPS when you need the light. If we don't have Tsa. So that's really important that you hear. If we have Alicia, then he's top tier for sure. You will need him. So if you can also get him from a reroll, like, it's really a gamble. So you cannot go, yo, I really just want to go for him. No, if you pull one of those characters, you're good, bro, with Sa and Alicia. Don't worry, okay? You're good. But again, if you don't want to suffer too much, you will have plenty of black ticket summons. So eventually you will get what you want. So it really depends how much you want to suffer again. Now, during those rerolls and the summons are super nice things that you pull is this character. She will be top tier, actually. She's in a nice category just because you cannot put her in this category, at least for the reroll sake. But yeah, she's insane breaker. Insane breaker, water element damage dealer. This is something that you can use against Cerebrus, and this is where she shines. This is where she's broken. She's only SR character that I'll actually put here in the top tier as well. When you pull her, you're good, bro. Yeah, it would be ideal if you get like one of the SSR and then her as well. Like that, she deserves to be in the top tier, by the way. Why? She will provide really good damage DPS, first of all. Wind typing, wind element. You really don't have anything like 222 OP except maybe weapons, etc. for the wind, and that's why also she shines. Mainly you're gonna see here wind element damage, but she launches them into the air. When you have a big guy fighting, she won't launch him in the air, but she will stop him. She has that stoppage ability, which is really nice. It doesn't say it like this, but you understand what I mean. What is broken about her is support skill, for example, like when you're using only Sung, so busted. Recovers team members' power gauge by 15%. Broken. Okay, breeze. Increase ultimate skill damage by 15%. Removes debuffs on team members. So she can also, like, she can do something that Alicia will be able to do, by the way. Super busted. Ultimate, again, you see just like, yo, damage, whatever. Nah. She's doing so much freaking more. You're gonna see really crazy character. And then when you dupe her a little bit, here she recovers power guide super fast, decreases the cooldown, and when Hedgin uses Air Cutter, it removes debuffs of her and her party and decreases the cooldown. Like, she's super effective character. I don't know what else to say about her. Super effective character. Efficient character, especially because she's SR. Really great. He can go into the nice category. Definitely the character that can do bleed and a lot of damage, but I just cannot put him here, bro. I just cannot. So I'll put it here, but definitely really nice character. If you pull him with Sa and Alicia, you're good as well. Libora can also go here, honestly. A super crazy, extremely helpful character in the early game because she can inflict charm, and then all other characters, including her, will do a bigger damage by 15%, if I'm not mistaken, to the enemies. Pretty busted stuff. He is amazing breaker, shield, like super good SR, so he goes in the nice category. He can go into nice category. I mean, wind attack damage dealer, but I prefer... I didn't use him so much, so maybe I'm wrong, but I would put him here. Him... Okay, honestly. Okay. Maybe nice. Because for free you get the exclusive equipment. For the Yeah, nice. Nice. If you like you get Sa and Alicia and him, okay, you're fine. You're gonna get him for free anyway, so you'll dupe him out, exclusive equipment, but you won't use him so much, but you will actually. Especially in the story when you need wind elements. So that's why they go into like a nice category, because you actually are lack of this type of characters to provide something special. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. And now they differ. Some of them are bad. Like this two, they're like okay plus. They're literally okay plus, but I'll just put it in the same category. I don't want to complicate. They don't deserve to be here. But they're like okay minus, but still really useful SR characters. Please no. I wouldn't even put it please no then. Meh. Okay, it's better. Still, it will be like, okay, whatever. At least I got something with Ta and Alicia. And then, like I said, this two probably not on global launch. I tried to explain this as best as possible, as clear as possible. Hopefully you actually watched it and listened. That part is super, super important. Because, again, you can see here like Ta represents both Alicia and her. We don't know for 1,000,000%, but I'm like 99% sure she will be the global launch character. That makes sense. Okay, everything else I believe I explained pretty well. This is one of the games that I really invested my time into. I usually do that, but here I went in more serious way, having fun, but in more serious way to do it like everything properly, so you're ready to go for the global launch. How much did it pass? 16 minutes. Okay. About the weapons. Listen, you pulled Alicia or Ta, right? Depending who is gonna be the global launch character. Probably Ta, like I already mentioned 1,000,000 times. And then you forget about these hunters because you didn't pull them. Maybe some SR popped. But you managed to pull the weapons. Okay, so in those top tier category would be these weapons right here, SS weapons. And now, Skite, even though we get 2 copies for free, if you pull the Skite, also you're happy. If you pull this weapon, you're happy. This is pretty controversial. Not controversial, but one of those SSR characters, weapons, that are not as good as this. But I still put it here because maybe it's like S+. Okay, I used it from the beginning. I absolutely love this weapon. So if you pull it with Alicia or Ta, you're good, bro. It will be so much helpful. This is Sung weapons, by the way. It will be so much helpful. You're gonna be able to do the counter attacks, the shield, the interrupting, the damage dealing. The type of the weapon that needs a little bit more investment than others, I would say. But when you invest, trust me, SS. Trust me. Whatever, my opinion. Now this weapon. Okay, this weapon goes into category of these 4 best weapons in the game. And I know it's an SR weapon. Absolutely busted. When you pull Alicia/Ta and you pull this weapon, you're good. It is the same happiness as you pull Skite, whatever, it's Demon's Plum Sword. This rifle, super important weapon. If you pull this weapon, trust me, you will be so happy in future. As you progress. And this weapon as well, crazy damage, water element damage as well, super important. Like light, water, they're like usually really important elements because trust me, you're gonna need those. Like bosses are crazy, so you're gonna need that advantage depending on element, but you know what I'm talking about. So in my eyes, this is like, yo, let's go. When you pull these weapons with Ta/Alicia, you're the happiest man alive. Then S tier as well. If you do that, you're like, yes, let's go. A tier, you're like, no. You're like, okay, whatever. B tier is like, not this weapon. And then C tier is, you're gonna pull those weapons. Okay, and then this one, you're not pulling them, by the way, you're crafting them. So forget about that. And whatever about the rest, it's nice to have. That's it. That's why I didn't had to make a separate weapon tier list because for reroll, because literally this presents everything correctly. And if you listen to me while I was explaining to you everything, you're good. And as well, ignore this part for this reroll because you won't summon those. But I went in more detail for the characters because it's super important that you understand what are you pulling with Tsa or Alicia, depending who's gonna be. Weapons itself, they're so freaking good, especially that SS and S category, that you'll be just happy pulling them. You'll be just happy pulling them, especially for the early game. You'll be like, yes, let's go. Yes, let's go. And hunters, they will come by anyways. Eventually you will have them. But it really depends on the luck. That's why rerolling in this game is a must. And with that, I'll end the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe. I will go now and creating silver main back tier list. Bye guys.